Oh,
But it
wait.
is
Oh,
what
my
it
fault.
does.
I done muted you and then unmuted you, but
It's
we
all
here,
good, brother.
man.
Another Monday, Steve.
Yes, sir. How you
Come on
feeling?
now. What they say? What was the
It's
percentages? It says most podcasters don't even make it to episode 10.
10. That's
Episode 10?
it's a wild time, man.
Come on
People,
now.
people be thinking this podcast stuff is real easy.
No, it's
Not gonna
not.
hold you.
No, it's
People be
not.
thinking, hey, man, I
You
just
got
buy
schedules
microphone a
and
little.
kids and
Bruh,
businesses and nonprofits and
hey,
students to teach, lives to live.
yeah.
Come on
Man,
now.
they don't talk about that part, man.
They
Trying to
don't. They
balance,
don't. They
just balance,
don't.
yo.
Gracie was good. Our number
So
one
Grace,
supporter.
what's up,
Always
Grace?
riding with us through thick and thin. Come on now.
Ooh, it's
The
hot,
modeling, the
boy.
modeling and mommy from Texas. You feel me?
The modeling mom from Texas. Is that what you said?
No, no, the modeling mommy. You gotta say mom. Mom sounds boring. Mommy gives a little spice to it. You feel me?
Oh, all right.
It gives a little
That's
spice to it. Come on now.
I'm
We gotta bring the
crying.
energy though, bro. It's Monday, 7 p.m., bro. Eastern time. We have to bring the energy.
We
We got
do.
some more subscribers to the channel, Steve.
Yeah, man.
Little by little. We were stuck on 47, 48 for a long time.
Long time. But it's okay. That's the growth.
Come
That's the
on
growth,
now.
man. That's the consistency.
Come on
And
now.
we just gonna keep going. We just gonna keep going because I mean, when you giving some good thing, when you giving good value, the eyes finna come sooner or later. The eyes
Eventually,
are gonna
right?
come. Like they say, build it and they will come.
Come
We
on
just
now.
gotta build it. We just building it. You know what I'm
Come on
saying?
now.
We just had to build it.
I wonder what our community name would be. What would they be? The Shiffers?
I'm crying. The shifters is jokes.
You know, we're gonna give Grace that job. She's
Let
gonna
her
she's gonna
get
be the leader of the pack. You feel me?
she
But
gonna make.
what's going on with you, bro? What's new?
Woo!
What's going
What's
on? What's going on in New
new
York?
is hot. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the
You
heat.
sure?
Yeah, I'm grateful. It's just, I just finished cooking too, so that added a whole nother layer
Look at
of heat.
what?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Nah. I was cooking some Haitian style pasta.
Haitian
Haitian style
style
pasta.
pasta. Okay.
Hey man, gotta get the recipes.
You know when a
Can't let
brother says don't worry about it, it means it's bad.
whoa, whoa. Don't worry about it, man. Well, maybe one day you'll get a plate. You'll
Maybe.
get a plate. But we
It's
can't let the
crazy.
recipe. We can't lose the recipes, man. Like Michael Irvin.
Respect.
Like Michael Irvin said, we losing the recipes, and I had to make sure I ain't lose the recipes, man.
Respect. Respect.
Yeah.
Okay. I ain't mad at it.
What
I ain't
about
mad
you
at
though,
it.
my brother? How was your Monday? How was your weekend?
Monday was cool. It was my last weekend to kind of reflect. Cause Drummond starts school tomorrow night. You feel
Ooh,
me?
ooh,
We going back. I'm calling myself the Masters Poppy. You feel me?
yo, this guy's on.
Come on now. We starting
I
school,
got
bro. All the
yeah.
excitement is really just nerves. That's all. It's just nerves. You feel me? I can't hear you, dog. What you do to your mic? Hey man, listen.
There we go.
All right.
Accidentally hit the mute
We
button.
we 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 going back to masters. We going back to get the masters and all that. So we super excited, brother.
Yeah,
We super
that's
excited.
a fact, bro.
Okay.
If you see some craziness on my screen real quick, don't worry about that. We just
All
we just
right.
gotta
So
get everything. Right. We still here.
why you handling that? I'm gonna handle the intro.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
good, brother.
Hey, I see the craziness because I don't know what was that.
Yeah.
Okay. But hey man, listen. It's Monday, 7 p.m. If you're with us, you're with the best duo in the town, in the city, wherever you at. I go by the name Mr. Drummond. This is my brother right here, Steve Saintsfeld, and we are the two hosts that make Talk That Shift podcast. You feel me? And
Mhm.
this is the place where we have conversations that move the people forward. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We talk about mental health, we talk about relationships, we talk about faith, and we talk about personal development on this show. Quick disclaimer: we are not licensed professionals in any shape or form. So if you are dealing with something that is a very serious matter, if you're going through something, we definitely want to encourage you to seek out and reach out to the right professionals. We're definitely all here about mental health and people doing what they need to do to heal, grow in whatever shape or form. So, in the event that you need to seek the right professionals, please go do that. We're just two black men talking from our personal experiences, our passions, and the things that we feel confident and knowledgeable about. All right.
Yes,
For
sir.
tonight's show, though, I'm very passionate about this topic because I feel like if there was a name or a title for the book of my like for the book of my life, this would
Mm-hmm.
definitely be a keyword, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the title for tonight's show, it is called Rooted in Resilience. And the goal for tonight is to discuss why resilience is a critical life skill and to pretty much share resilience building habits. My brother, are
Yes,
you
sir.
ready to start this show tonight, my guy?
We ready, man. Resilience is one of the skills that I actually enjoy teaching the most, especially when I get to talk with some of the students. I know it's been a little while because it's the summertime right now, but resilience is one of those themes that I enjoy the most
Mm.
because no no one can run away from things going left. No one can run away from things not going your way. Nobody can run away from getting your ass beat. If you ain't gotten your ass beat yet, best believe there's an ass whooping waiting for you at some point.
Mm-hmm.
It's I feel like it's a not even like a rite of passage. It's just a part of the life experience where you have to get punched in the face at least once by life. And
Yeah.
then based on your level of resilience, you're either gonna bounce back or else life is gonna put you down on the canvas. I've been watching
Yeah.
some boxing videos. It's that you seen the clip of the Clarissa Shields fight?
Oh yeah.
Boy, life be whooping on you sometimes like that.
All the
Life
time.
whooping on you.
All the time.
And if your resilience is not up to par, you gonna
Mm.
do like homegirl. You just gonna be like, you just gonna fall out after one of them hits.
So this leads right to the first question, Steve, which I want to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Why does resilience matter more than ever right now?
Right
Especially
now,
in today's times.
yeah, it's more than ever legit because the culture of building resilience has been wiped away.
Ah,
The culture of building resilience, the culture of yo, you done fell down, get back up, scrape, dust your knees off, get back on the bike,
mm.
that type of thing. It's not being promoted in the same type of way that it once was.
But we
So
can't be
there's
gentle.
we can to no, yeah, we definitely can be gentle, and gentleness was needed, I believe. I think there was a need for gentleness, but it seems like we've gone from one extreme to the other. Is it like we come from a level where it was too much on the like on the opposite side, like too much aggression from the day-to-day life standpoint. And then now we've went too far into the gentleness side. You got to live in balance. So I feel like right now, mental toughness is not being bred in the same way. Like when I was playing sports, there's a certain level of mental toughness you have to have because you're not going to hit every shot. You're not going to make
Mm.
every play, and you got to
No.
be locked in enough to get ready for the next play. If you're still thinking about that missed assignment 3 plays ago, you're going to
Hmm.
be you're going to freeze up in the real time. And it seems like unfortunately many people are thinking about past mistakes and thinking about things that they've done wrong in the past so much to the point that it keeps them stuck. It keeps them frozen. They don't have the mental toughness to break out of that. And then when you need to make decisions and you need to show up in your day-to-day life in the present tense, you don't have the skills to do so.
Hmm.
So it's needed now more than ever because they're not teaching mental toughness the same way. And it's so interesting because the conversation around mental health has never been more prominent. But where's the disconnect? That's another conversation.
Mm.
That's another conversation. What you think, my brother? In 2026, right now,
Yeah. Yeah.
why do we need resilience? Why do we need resilience?
I'm gonna tell you right now, this is gonna definitely be an episode and Mr. Drummond's gonna be bad cop.
Yeah, that's all right. We're gonna
Yeah.
out today.
Yeah, man. Yes. And I'm all about gentleness. I'm all about empathy and understanding, right? But I just think on a global
Mhm.
viewpoint, we as a society has gotten weaker.
Yeah,
And weaker doesn't mean physical strength.
nah.
I just think in general, right? Something that you said that it started out the show was that tough times, hardships, those battles are doable, right? Like it's gonna happen. You're gonna get
Hmm.
knocked in the face. You're gonna get knocked in your butt. Life is gonna do that to you, right? So if we understand discomfort is unavoidable,
Mm.
I feel like society has now molded this thing when it comes to discomfort, and our tolerance of it has gotten very weaker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Social media.
Hmm.
Mm. Social media has exposed our experiences, has increased entitlement, and everyone feels that they are entitled to say and have their opinion, right?
Yeah, everybody's a
And
celebrity.
now, instead of teaching our young ones how to sit and grow with discomfort, instead of showing correction, right? Remember, correction and judgment are two different things, right?
Can you say that one
It's
more time, my brother? Ooh.
correction and judgment are two different things, especially in the Christian community, but they're not ready for that conversation. Correction is holding someone
I'm gonna stay
accountable,
out of that one.
right? Judgment is you trying to prove a point to belittle somebody, right? You're
Mhm.
judging somebody. But let me continue my point before I get carried
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
Instead of teaching people how to learn and how to sit and grow with discomfort, instead of how to correct people instead of judging them, instead of how to show people how to bounce back and work through disappointment, this is what we have done as society, especially on social media. We label everything.
Oh, oh, unpack it, my brother. Oh yeah,
We
Drummond gonna be
label
bad cop. It's
everything.
cool. Yeah.
We label everything. Everything has some type of cause and disease.
Mm.
Everybody knows, everybody's gurus, everybody's mental health gurus, everybody's scientists, right? This is not how you do that. This is not how you parent that. This is not how you walk the dog. This is not what you say to somebody that's stressful, just stressed out. This is not how you handle a postpartum depression. This is not how you become a man. This is how you become a man. This is not what you. It's too many. Too
Too
many
many
think pieces,
opinions.
right? And now we're at the point now, whatever community, we said this a few episodes ago, whatever community that aligns with your belief system, aligns with your identity, that's what you're going to stick to. And you are
Mhm.
so close-minded to a different opinion, to a
Mm.
different perspective, to a different idea. So what we do, we label, we lie to people. We lie to people. Even if we don't agree, we will lie to them. Oh my
Mm.
God, you're right. You're correct. Mm-mm. We ponder. We pander and ponder everything and we kiss
Yo.
butt. So, what I am not saying to ignore your emotions. I
Okay.
am not saying that you're just supposed to suck it up.
Mm.
I am not saying to accept any kind of disrespect.
Mm.
But we need to know the difference between what protecting your mental health and
Mm.
building mental toughness. Those are two different things. Protecting your mental health and building mental toughness are two different things, and we are coexisting the thing like it's the same thing in today's time. If you want to avoid everything because that's protecting your mental health, that's protecting your peace, you are never going to build resilience.
Mm-hmm.
Because resilience, the only way to build it is by experience and going through it. But if we
Yeah.
want to handhold,
Yeah.
if we want to be there every time when someone falls, if we want to try to stop everybody from experiencing type of pain and this and that, they're never going to build resilience.
We're gonna build it.
They're just not.
We're gonna build it.
And this is why it matters. This is why it matters. Because we promote softness. And then when our kids are going out in the real world, whether mommy and daddy is no longer there to put a roof over their house, to put a meal in their stomach, to put money in their pockets with allowance. And when they get their first no,
they're gonna crash out.
they crash out.
It's tough, man. It's oh my goodness. You done touched on so many different pieces of the issues, like the real genuine issues, the reasons that we are getting weaker as a society and we are not building that mental toughness. And even something you said earlier on where you're talking about how like you as an individual, you're all about, you know, gentleness and being willing to make space for people, and like with through empathy and through care and understanding and things like that. I think even that has been hijacked sometimes, man. It's like the empathy, like people use empathy as, how would I even describe it? It's hard to describe, but I know there's been a shift in the way I navigate situations and the way I look at people as someone who identifies as like an empath, someone who, you know, has a high empathy tolerance. I've learned that I can empathize with people and not sympathize with them.
Yeah, that's good.
And I think that's a big thing where people are sympathizing but calling it empathizing. Where it's like, yo, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for you. Because I feel bad for you, oh, I can feel your feelings and all that stuff. This terrible thing happened to you. That's that simple. That's that sympathy. The empathy is just simply, okay, I can understand why you thought this was the right decision to make, but best believe this was still the wrong decision to make. And people can't handle that. No. It's like there's been a lot of coddling. It's a lot of coddling. A lot of coddling, a lot of sympathizing. And now that I'm saying the word, that might even be where the origins of the word simp came from. I don't know.
Maybe.
That just clicked in my head just now. But someone that's always like, oh my gosh, oh, poor baby. Like, come on.
No.
Like, you got to tell people what the real is. You got to tell people what the real is. And you talked about the children. My daughter's 6 years old. I'm telling her about that stuff now. It's like, yo, if you don't want to listen to me, sooner or later, you're going to get into a problem that mommy and daddy can't help you with. The kids that don't listen, they get into some trouble and mommy and daddy can't help them. I don't want you to be one of them kids. So I'm teaching you certain things that I need you to understand. I don't care about how you feel. I don't care about what you want. There'd be times little mama be like, but I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it. I was like, I don't remember asking you what you wanted. I told you this is what I need you to do. But unfortunately, we've lost sight of that from a community standpoint. And so people are just going to wherever the coddling is. And it's kind of like kids. When kids get in trouble, they go to the parent who's going to coddle them the most, who they think is going to coddle them. They're not going to go to the parent that's going to be like, well, what do you think you did wrong? And how do you think you can do better? And hold them accountable. Nah, they're going to go to the parent that says, the poor baby, yo, come. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get back to we lost track. We lost the plot, man.
We have. But it's the same thing with people in their friend groups.
Yeah.
You need to have friends that's going to tell you about yourself and not condone your bad decisions or your thoughtful ways or your, what's the word? Niggatry. Excuse my French.
Yeah.
You need to have people in your corner that's going to tell you about your face, because accountability is the ultimate sign of love.
It is. It is. And
but
if
now
you got
what is labeled is labeled now, you're a hater.
The labels that you talked about. There's a word for everything now, man. There's a word for everything, but they don't throw that. They don't throw that friend. You a real one. You a friend. You. I appreciate you.
Nope. They're a hater the minute they stop becoming a yes person.
Too much of that, man.
Way too much.
Too much. So we talking about resilience. ability to face these challenges, to overcome the challenges. And I would like to think that what helps us to be resilient is to kind of have a level of rooting, some
Yeah.
to be grounded in something. Like if you think of a trampoline, like there are legs on the trampoline that stay rooted on the ground so that when the kids are jumping in the center, the trampoline itself can bounce, but it doesn't tip over, it doesn't fall through. There has to be some level of rooting, being rooted in something. So my brother, what do you feel like you are rooted in that helps you to navigate just everyday challenges, but also to build your resilience, that
Yeah.
resilience muscle?
Before I tell you what I'm rooted in, let's just kind of break it down real quick, right? Everyone needs something in their life that they're rooted in. Everyone needs some type of core,
Hmm.
belief, mantra, motto. Everybody has different words that they want to go by, right?
Hmm.
The reason why you need something is because we need something to lean back on that is going to be deeper than our circumstances, meaning
Oh.
AKA your emotions and your feelings, meaning AKA deeper than your perspective,
Mm.
deeper than your overthinking, deeper than your worries and your fears, deeper than your concerns, your doubts,
This is good.
right? Deeper than the memories of your past experiences that didn't work out. We all need something deeper than our circumstances,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing about life, like you said earlier, life will force you and teach you how to let go.
Mm.
Life will force you and teach you what's not working anymore. Life will force you and teach you and show you what's leaving or about to leave, what's about to change, what's going to pivot, what's going to die,
Mm.
right? And your foundation has to be deeper than the things that are going to disappear in your life. The point of the
I'm
foundation,
cooking.
the point of having something that you're rooted in is because we all get lost in this thing called life. And we
Yes.
all need something that's going to guide us back
Back.
home
Yes.
for when we get lost. Home is the foundation. So
Mm.
for me, my home and my foundation is God.
Yeah.
For some people, it's different gods. For
Yeah.
me, it's the one and only God. That's my home. That's where I know I need to go back to when I get lost. That's my GPS
Mm-hmm.
system to find my way back home. Growing up, we all have things, right? If you go to a park as a family, right? What's usually the first thing a family would do? In the event that you cannot find somebody
Yeah.
or you get lost, this is the spot that you need to go to and wait. Come here
Yep.
by this time, by this hour, by whatever.
Yep.
We all need things that can guide us back to because that's our foundations where our identity is lies into. For some people, they got family codes and traditions, a mantra of like yada yada. Like I know for me, when it's my time, there will be something called the drumming way.
Yeah.
There's going to
That
be
code.
something for the drumming way. And
That.
if any woman's going to share my last name, have my last name. If I'm bringing any kids in this world, if there's one thing I want them to take before I go, is that ability to persevere,
Mm-hmm.
to not give up, because that's my story, that's my life, and my wife and my kids need to embody the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So your foundation is key. So when you get lost, you know how to get back home. Because you're
That's.
gonna get lost a lot in this thing called life.
Ooh. You
I'm in
are
my
gonna get
bag tonight,
lost.
brother.
You
I'm in
gonna
my
get
bag
lost.
tonight.
You said you the bad cop. You the chef tonight, man. You the chef. But that point about hey, we gonna get lost. It reminds me of a um an African proverb, so to speak, or concept. They call it sankofa. It means to go back and get that which you have forgotten. Some of the times we get lost because we lost sight of ourselves. And so your sankofa means to go back and get yourself. You lost yourself. You forgot who you were. You
Bruh.
got to go back and figure out. who it is you are and then bring that to the present. It's kind of like in Lion King when Simba ran away, he lost his sense of self. That's why when Mufasa checked him, was like, yo, you the king, he tried to run from it. When Nala said, yo, the Pride Rock
Nala.
needs their king,
Yep.
he said, that's not my work, that's not my problem, because he lost sight of who he was. Yes, I understand it was because of a traumatic experience. And yes, I understand that the life that he had ran to was full of, well, because of the lack of responsibility in that new life that he chose, it seemed so carefree.
Yeah.
But there was no depth in that life. There
Yeah.
was no depth in that life. And because he left home, his home was being ran in a way that's not productive. You got to go back and figure out who the hell it is you are. Then bring that back to the present time so that you can run your kingdom the way that it's supposed to be ran.
I'm happy you said that, bro. I shared a very vulnerable post a week ago. How like I've been in my head a lot. I've been out of it a little bit as I approach starting grad school. And something that I haven't done in years, I was doing for like 7, 8 years. When it came to scheduling my week and it came to organizing my week for the past 2 years, 2, 3 years, I went e-commerce. I went digital. So digital planners on that kind of stuff because I am very write everything down, hands-on whiteboard kind of thing. And I'm like, yo, I've been out of it. I need to physically touch and see.
Get back to it.
So I got back to the basic, bro. And it felt
Yeah.
so good doing that. It felt so good doing that. Yes, it's more work. Yes, it's a little longer. But not everything needs to be replaced in this thing called life.
Ooh, not
So,
everything.
for you, my brother,
Yes, sir.
what is your life rooted in?
So you mentioned God already. So I wanna, while I do agree, I want to kind of not just recycle the same answer, but God is for sure at the core, because you gotta have something bigger than yourself. Because when life gonna do what life is gonna do, there's gotta be some level of, yo, I gotta go back to it. What keeps me rooted? What is my life rooted in? I believe that for me, my life is rooted in, what's the word? What's the word? I want to say community, because I know that whether I'm looking for help or whether I am the person that's going to help, it's rooted in community. There's people around me. Let me say it this way, because I was thinking about it earlier this morning, literally earlier this morning. I got some real people around me, man. I got some real people around me that don't play about me. And that's an extension of God's love for me. Yes. But I know you mentioned God earlier. So I want to break it down a little bit in a way that some people might be able to relate a little bit more to. But I got some good people around me, man. So being in community and recognizing that my impact goes beyond just my body. My impact goes beyond just my life. In the same way for others, their impact goes beyond just them. Their impact can bless me and put me in the right energy, in the right space to now be a blessing to somebody else. That's synergy. Synergy, recognizing that all things work together for the greatest good.
Amen.
All things work together for the greatest good. That's what roots me. So even when I'm going through a difficult time, I can tell myself, yo, all things are going together for the greatest good. And if I need to tap into that community, I know that I got people that I can reach out to. That's what grounds me. Like, we talked about fellowship a couple episodes ago. That unity at the core of community is unity. So being able to get together and recognize that, yo, we can all have different strengths. We can all do different things. We can all live different lives.
Amen.
But at the end of the day, it comes together. It all comes together in God's beautiful timing, in God's beautiful plan. So I don't gotta get stressed. I don't gotta get worried. These are real emotions, absolutely, but I don't have to rest in those. I don't have to stay there. I don't have to stay there. So I would say something that my life is rooted in is community. Like this past weekend, I went. My cousin, she had a potluck, a little potluck. It was low key, but just getting together with family and just having conversations.
Felt good.
It felt good because we don't get that opportunity all the time.
Now, as you get older, nope. Life get
And
busy.
as much as as much as you and I, we champion like solitude to a degree. Like you gotta be. I do believe that we champion the quiet time, that alone time, that season when it's just you and God. You don't need
I know
them other
that.
people.
Yeah, yeah.
At the same time, though, after you go through that season, you gotta reintegrate. You can't live in the
Mhm.
woods. You
Ooh,
can't live in the caves. You gotta
indeed.
reintegrate back into society.
That's
But you can
good.
bring the lessons that you learned in the cave. And that's why I say community is a root for me. Community is a root for me because I know how to navigate the solitude. But sometimes you just need somebody to talk to.
Come on now.
Sometimes you just need some community, you know? You just need some community. And I think to your earlier point about how social media is kind of like ruining us, I think
Mhm.
that's a major reason why is because so many of us don't know where to go for community. And so we're just looking for community that looks easy, like a low
Yeah,
barrier, low effort communities.
the communities that comfort our emotions.
Yeah, the convenience communities.
Yep.
It's
The
it's
convenience stores, the 7-Elevens, that's 24/7 because that social media never turns off. So you can get
don't
that ease at any moment in time of the day.
anytime.
You can get that high, that pull, at any moment in time of the day.
That's real, man. That's real. So I say community. I say
That's right.
community. That's
Knowing that it's community is important to you.
yeah.
Knowing the importance of that community. Let's switch the conversation up
Mm,
a little bit.
okay, curveball. I'm with it.
What is some ways people can build resilience? Because for
Mm,
some people, it's a word they probably heard before, but it's
mhm,
probably not
mhm.
something that they had to experience yet, depending on
Yeah.
their upbringing, depending on they've been fed a silver spoon, depending on if life really hasn't challenged them.
Mm.
How do you build resilience?
Ooh, I love the question. And I have two words that I think are amazing, like practices that'll help you with resilience. First is preparation, and the second is perspective.
Mm,
See, when I told you I love talking about resilience when I'm doing workshops with some of the students that I work with, and the analogy that I give, the analogy that I use is imagine being an egg. Each and every one of us is gonna have to hit the floor. But what happens when an egg hits the floor? An egg breaks, it cracks, it makes a mess. That looks like our emotions getting out of hand. We can't handle the situation that's right in front of us because our emotions and our feelings are all over the place. And we don't feel like we can show up and actually overcome the challenge. However, if you shift your perspective to more like a tennis ball is still gonna have to hit the floor because nobody can avoid that. However, a tennis ball can bounce back. And so that's why I say perspective. You can actively choose to like, how are you going? What are you going to tell yourself in the face of that challenge? Am I like the egg or am I like the tennis ball? That's your choice. You the one that got to live with it. But perspective plays such a huge role. However, preparation is massive as well. Because if you know that you're going to hit the floor at some point, you can start building maybe practices or things into your daily habits that help you to be prepared for when you get punched in the mouth, for when you hit the floor. So you can prepare for these things in advance. Like you might not have all the tangible tools to actually overcome it, but if you have that mental tool,
come on.
if you already have that mental grounding, like, yo, as this is going really, really good right now, but at some point something is gonna go wrong. I'm going to put myself in a position to where I can say, when that time does come, remind yourself, Steve, look for the opportunities in this crisis. Look for the opportunities in this crisis from an investing standpoint, because we've been on our investing stuff. In the midst of a crisis is when the millionaires are made.
Mm.
The crisis gives the opportunity for the millionaire to be made. But the millionaire was already made before the crisis because he had the mindset to look for the opportunity. So you can prepare yourself prior to the situation. And then when you're in the situation, you can leverage that preparation, you can adjust your perspective, and then
Come
you can
on.
move in the ways that you need to move.
That's
Simple.
beautiful. Beautifully said.
Appreciate that, my brother. Resilience building practices, man. The people need resilience. What do you use? What helps you? What would you advise for those who's on that path? Or yo, trying to be more resilient. Life be beating their ass sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um, become more aware of the cycles.
Mm. Unpack that. Unpack that. You can't just say that. And people gonna be like, they intrigued right now. The people are intrigued. Oh, what you mean, Mr. Drummond?
Mm. If you're dealing with something and it keeps happening, but showing up
Mm.
in different shapes and forms, that is life, or what I like to say, God. That is a message trying to tell you you cannot avoid this
Mm.
until you do it the right way.
Mm.
For some people, these are the situationships, relationships that they're in. Why does every girl,
Every
different
do
people,
it.
different walks of life, but the same ending?
Mm.
True. Why does every fallout with this friend, with a friend, there's one common denominator? Why does every job keep firing me?
Mm.
This is the stuff that we're talking about as you cannot avoid the tests that you keep failing until you pass it. You cannot go to the next level until you complete level one. You
Yeah.
cannot expect the upgrade until you learn how to steward and manage the basic model. So you have to understand and become aware with what are the things that keep repeating or keep showing up. Bro, you know how bad I was a few years ago,
Mm.
knowing New Year's was coming and not really having hope because there's a fear that I don't want the year to end the same way as it always and be in
Mm.
the same place every New Year. I used to make these little goals for the New Year knowing I didn't believe in anything different. I didn't believe in change because Mr. Drummer was in his own little cycle. You have to become aware of the things that you are currently allowing or doing to get in your own way.
Mm. Yeah.
So increase that awareness. And after you increase that awareness, you have to intentionally practice how you respond to hard times.
Mm.
Because you said something was a key word, perspective. Before it comes to light, it starts up here.
That's a fact.
It starts up here. And your perspective and how you respond to things is going to be very critical in how you are able to move forward. And this is how you build resilience is by
Mm.
going through it, not
Mm.
avoiding it.
Mm.
Learn how to experience a no, but stop making these rejections and these no's your identity.
Mm. Mm.
Rejection doesn't need to be your identity.
Does
Doesn't
it?
need to be your new logo, your new profile picture. That's the thing. We get rejected, we hear no, we get told about ourselves, we get turned down, and it puts us, I've been there before, it puts us in a new identity, new form, new funk that we now start moving our day-to-day in life by because this person said no. This person don't want me no more. This job fired me. I'm not getting no likes on this content journey. Somebody left a mean comment on my latest YouTube video. We have to stop
Talking real stuff, my
identifying with
brother.
things and stop making it become our labels.
Talking that real stuff.
My last thing, because you said something with the word, the C word, community. Learn how to develop a support system and stop doing things alone. But understand who you choose as your support system will be
Mm,
very critical in your development and your growth. So if you want
absolutely.
to be around people that wants to cuddle you, baby you, accept your BS, and lie to you, then understand you're going to grow in those areas.
Hmm.
But if you want people that's going to make you grow, that's going to challenge your thinking, that's going to disagree with you in healthy ways, that's going to correct you and not judge you, then you need to be around and go to those rooms and those environments because that's going to bring you towards the life that you say you want.
Yes.
That,
Yeah.
my friend, is how you build resiliency.
Ooh. I hope y'all got y'all notepads out, ladies and gentlemen. I hope. And while you got your notepad out, there's something that Drummond said that I got to point at because I think it goes right in line. Is that practice? Practice. It's like, yo, practice how you are going to respond. It goes hand in hand with that preparation. You could practice how you are going to respond in critical situations. You don't have to wait for the critical situation. Like we actively talk about this in our workshops and where we teach people, parents, students, administrators, practice your practices before it gets into like the high pressure situation so that your body, your nervous system, your spirit, whatever you want to attribute it to, already has a default. Like, oh, when I'm feeling overwhelmed, I need to go take a walk. So take a walk when you're not feeling overwhelmed.
Mm.
Just enjoy taking a walk. That way, when you get overwhelmed, yo, I know what I got to do.
Mhm.
I know what I could do real quick. You don't have to wait for the crisis. And I think that's something that sometimes we do. We wait for the crisis to then try to figure out how to get through it. But there's this beautiful thing, and shout out to the men, because I feel like most men have to learn this by default in order to be a man in today's day and time. But it's something called damage control. There's damage control. You can already foresee what could go left. In the event of this thing going left, these are the steps to take to alleviate the situation.
Mhm.
I'm already thinking about that before I get in the situation. Damage control. Because if I don't do no damage control, then I'm going to have to withstand a level of damage. You could still rebound off of that, but there you might not have to do it. You might not have to go through that. That's I think is a beautiful thing, and I think that's one of the lost arts right now. Damage control.
Dog, come on.
Jeez. But
Buddy.
speaking on damage, like when you are on the receiving end of that, it hurts. It hurts. There's a level of pain that comes with that. That's
That's
real. That's real talk. I don't think anybody can say otherwise. It's painful, but there's a way, I'm sure, that we can transmute that pain energy into purposeful energy.
yeah.
In your life experience,
Mm-hmm.
what has it looked like? Whether you feel you don't, you want to get super personal, up to you, brother. I'll match the energy. But like, what do you feel has it's what does it look like for you to turn that pain into purpose?
Just sharing my story.
Hmm.
Sharing my story. Something that I encourage my students is stop. going through hard times and not getting something out of it.
Oh.
You didn't go through all this
Oh.
suffering to not
Just
get
trying.
something out of it.
That's good. That's a good
But
one. I
but
like
here's
that.
the thing. Here's the thing. I'm not talking about the BS you see online, right? Since my last man F me over, since my last girl F me over, the next person I'm with, I'm effing them over.
Hmm.
That's not getting something out of your pain in a productive way. I'm
Mm.
sleeping with everybody. That's not productive. I'm drinking my pain away. That's
Yeah.
not productive. I'm smoking my pain away. That's not productive. I'm beating the next person I see because I'm angry. That's not productive. But this is the stuff that we see online. We see
Every
all this
day.
stuff that's promoting hate and negativity of
Mm-hmm.
how do you deal with your pain.
Yep.
Oh, you know
Yep.
what? Since I'm paying, I'm gonna sell this program and scam people. That's not productive.
Hmm.
Getting revenge, not productive.
Productive.
We all have something that we call a testimony. When a testimony is literally an opportunity you to give people free gems and free knowledge on something that you experience in this thing called life.
Mm.
One of my favorite Big Sean verses is that I've never learned faith in school, but that's what I've been tested the most. I'll
Mm.
say it again. I never learned faith in school, but that's what I've been tested the most.
Mm.
Meaning, there's just some things that K through 12 in college is just not gonna teach you that
Yeah.
life can. No
Mm-hmm.
degree, no book, no matter hours and lab hours you put in, is ever. There's certain things that's never, ever gonna outdo life experience.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. You could read books, you could watch movies about heartbreak, but until you experience a heartbreak on
Yeah.
someone that you really loved, it don't matter. No, it don't matter what amount of books and movies and the notebook that you watch. So stop going through life. Stop going through suffering and not getting something productive out of it.
Mm.
You got to decide what kind of road and perspective you going to take. Is this something that's going to turn me bitter, or is this something that's going to make me wiser?
Mm.
That's perspective. You could turn this
Yeah.
into a negative experience. I could turn this into a productive experience.
Perspective.
Seriously. Because what we don't realize is this: the things that we experience, we play a little role in it, whether you believe it or not.
Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Even if getting cheated on, you
Yeah.
play a role in it.
Yeah. Sometimes even just allowing certain shit to happen is you playing a role in it.
You
You
play a
could have you
role in
could
it.
have set that boundary and you chose not to, and that person overstepped. Yeah, they overstepped, but you didn't. You didn't draw that line in the sand.
I'm not saying every little situation. For
Yeah.
some people, it's like, well, I lost my child. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is, whether you realize it or not, you play a role in some of the things that life is humbling you in. You play a role in it. What's that quote? The things that you experience today is off of decisions that you did yesterday.
Oh,
That quote is
I ain't
very
heard that.
real,
That's hard though.
right?
That's hard.
That quote is very real.
That go
So you
hard.
decide: is this experience going to make me bitter? Is this experience going to make me wiser? Is this experience teaching me to give up, or is this experience teaching me to keep trying?
Mm.
We have to stop leaving tough times empty-handed. So how can your pain start this is the mindset that I have because you asked me how did I turn my pain in purpose? How can my pain free others?
Mm.
Which is why I share my story in creative ways and passionate ways, which is why I
Mm.
write. I coach. I do speaking engagements. That's how I'm turning my pain into purpose. Do you understand? If you know any little bit about Mr. Drummond's story, if you watch any little bit of my YouTube videos, I could have lived a life of being a menace. I could have literally
No,
had the
that's a fact
attitude
though.
with
Yeah,
everything that I've
could have
been through.
crashed out.
I'm going to rain terror on this world.
Rain terror.
Because a lot of people think that way, bro.
No, that's a fact. There's a lot of young people who think that way, man.
I was taken advantage of as a kid, bounced around Things happen to me that I don't wish on nobody. So when people call me emotional, yeah, I am emotional. I'm just very passionate about this thing. I'm very passionate about the people I care about. I'm very passionate about the people that come behind me, the youth, my nieces and nephews, the students that I teach and help. Because I got exposed to a lot of things that no young boy should be going through. So this is why I'm very passionate about this thing called life, which is very passionate about the things that I do, because I understand how tough this thing called life can be. I understand when you feel like you're alone and you got nobody to lean on. So this is how you could turn your pain into passion. If you've been through something, learn how you can share that with the world, your community, or your family, and save them from something that they don't have to experience. It's free game. Your testimony might be the Bible for somebody else's life. Remember that. So, and here's the last thing I want to say, and I'm going to give it to you. When you do that, when you turn pain into some type of purpose and productive purpose, do you understand a special kind of bonding and connection when someone says, I can relate to that pain? It's a different type of understanding. When you come across a video online that really destructs your emotions, it's like, yo, I understand.
I understand.
It's a language that don't need to be said. I feel you. How did you know that I was feeling this? Because I can tell.
I could tell you see the signs. You see the sign. You know that experience.
I'm gonna end it with this. Somebody recently from Run Club last week followed me online, and I'm like, who's this? And his name is called Heart Attack Runner. And I ran into him a few times at Run Club. And I read his name, and then all I'm seeing, he does a video every day. He said he's running 1 mile every day since he had a heart attack.
Jeez.
And he makes a video every day about it. And I had him on a DM, and I said, bro, I understand. And we just been talking about that experience of how it felt. He doesn't have a heart disease. So I'm telling him I do. He's also 34. I'm 33. There's a pain that we've been connected to that most people can't say they had a heart attack. So there's a different kind of understanding now. For every time I see this man run and understand the type of time and mission that he's on. And he understands now with me, when he sees me run and pushing myself, that it's bigger than us. Pain. Pain, my brother.
That's so beautiful. Turning that pain into purpose.
And he's white. So color don't even matter in this.
Because sometimes people be trying to throw that in there sometimes.
I tell people all the time, which people's gonna call me a coon for this. I tell people all the time, and people's gonna call me cool for this. But struggle don't have color. The problem now is we compare and we battle and we contrast. I'm not gonna get into the whole. I get it, because people are like, how's the black man saying that? But I'm saying struggle don't have color.
It's crazy enough. I'll lightly gloss on that. I think I'm gonna keep it very light. I think it's the black man that is best suited to make that statement. I'm not gonna unpack it. I'm gonna just let that sit. Kind of because of I'm not gonna unpack it. That's another conversation. However, turning pain into purpose. Like, I think about what has been one of the experiences that helped me the most, which was learning how to kind of just listen. Like, my listening skills was on the heels of a harmful experience. Like, me choosing to listen more than I speak was a direct result of me being ashamed to speak. That's what brought me to listening. but it's through listening that I've been able to do the work that I now do. So what was once a difficult and painful experience, and it took some time. I'm not gonna paint the picture like, oh, it happened and then a week later or even a year later, 2 years later. We talking 15, 25 years later. I'm not trying to do the math right now. But it was a while until I started to realize, like, yo, the only reason I've become such a good listener is because I was shamed into not talking anymore.
That's deep.
And because and I could have put a period there and allowed that to become my identity, the kid that was shamed to not speak. And then I could have continued to not speak. I could have just stayed that person. But as I'm listening, I'm now getting perspectives from other people. I'm now getting wisdom from other people. I'm now able to see their life experience. Because many of us, especially in 2026, with the way that social media has now democratized the mouthpiece, everybody can be a celebrity. Anybody can have an opinion, and that opinion can be shared across the world.
Yeah.
People just be wanting to talk just to talk. Just to talk. They don't give a damn about what the work is behind it. They don't give a damn about what people just be wanting to talk. People just be wanting to talk. In that time, I became the one that was listening. As I listen, as you listen, I tell my daughter this, I tell my girl this, like, yo, just stop talking and pay attention to what people are saying. People will air all their business out. People will, like, they'll be stuck in a situation. And the way they explain the situation, you're able to put the solution together in 3 seconds because you're listening and you're like, okay, this is how it all comes together. Just do this and you're good. But people just want to talk. Some people just want to talk. Some people just be wanting to talk. And so it took me a long time to even get to this place where now I'm speaking in front of people, where I'm in on this podcast. This was not something that I would think I would do 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Like in a small group setting like this, outside of Talk That Shift, I do work with the nonprofit, stand talking to school workshops. Like I was always the guy that was part of the group, and I was in the back of the group. I was in the back, but it was me being willing to look at that situation, look at that experience, and say, I've received something very, very powerful from this experience. It's like what you said earlier. You can't go through all that hardship and leave it empty-handed. Leave it empty-handed. Now, over my years, I've had to learn how to refine the craft, but I've been given the craft of listening to now be the one that has to speak. And it's in that same breath that they say, like, the best leaders are the best servants. And that's why I say I think, me personally, my own thoughts, it's fitting that a black man would be the one to make a statement like that. Sometimes the best leaders are the best servants. They've been in that role where they had to go through the hardship. They had to take the orders. They had to lower themselves. And then when the time came, they the only one that knew how to overcome the challenge because they was the one that was actually doing the work. So when we thinking about turning pain into purpose and the resilience behind it, like I want to encourage y'all, in addition to, like, off the heels of what Drummond said about sharing your story, like really share your story with yourself. Share your story with yourself. But here's the beautiful thing. Because you are the author, you get to decide what genre the book is. You get to decide that. Is it a pain and suffering or is it a redemption story?
Come on now.
You decide. That's your power. And we just want to encourage y'all to share your story as if it's that powerful story that it really is, honestly. That's how I look at turning our pain into purpose.
That's good. Yeah.
You
And
decide.
if you haven't already, please subscribe, share, like
Woo.
this video, y'all. We at 51,
It was either
51,
51 or 52.
51 subscribers, man, with a goal to reach 100 by the end of the year.
Yeah. We making those strides.
Come on
We
now.
making those strides.
Come on now.
And we say thank you in advance to those that's showing love and supporting and keeping the energy rich and pure. We
That's
love y'all
good.
so much, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Is it that time, my brother? Is it that time?
It's that one gem.
I'm gonna find a soundboard for that, man.
We definitely do.
Gotta find a soundboard. It's that one gem. It's
Come
time
on
for the
now.
one gem, and you know when we drop in that one gem. One thing that it lets you know is that hey, we are reaching the end of our time together. And so that's why we want to again encourage you to subscribe to the page so that every Monday night at 7 p.m. you know where to go and you got easy access
Come
to
on.
where you need to be.
Come on.
And
join it while we free.
that Patreon gonna go.
You see how they did.
You gonna go off on that Patreon? Yeah,
you see
man.
how they treating Pastor Anthony Mitchell right now.
Where I haven't heard.
You know who he is?
I know who he is.
Yeah, he's doing a tour. He's doing a tour, and him and his partner Tim Lake they're charging for the tour, and Christians is going crazy.
They're up in arms.
Yep, and they just did it. They just did a free tour last year.
See, that's that.
But guess what? If you want free services, watch the service on Sunday on YouTube.
Yeah.
But no, it's like I said.
But that's the thing. That's another thing, man. It might be a little bit off topic. Some people don't. That gets me tight.
It
gets me tight,
it be
man.
us. It be us, bro.
It gets me tight, bro.
It be us. But you'll spend $1,000 to see Chris Brown for VIP
and lose your relationship in the process.
Let me stop because we getting on topic. My bad.
Yeah.
Let me stop.
Chris Brown pictures got people in a chokehold, and they ain't complaining about the ticket price.
Listen, don't
them Jay-Z, that Jay-Z concert ticket,
that trip, them fellas trip, them girls trip, that makeup, them sneakers, them video games, but $60.
Nah,
$75 or whatever it was for VIP.
That's like crazy.
Let me chill out.
That's like crazy.
Point is this: you better
being mad that they charging for the tour is crazy.
If they only knew how much a tour costs.
Yo,
I digress.
Golly, I'm just thinking about the gas alone, B. Like, what? But yes, again, it is our time to bless the people with our one gem of the evening.
Come on,
brother. What is the one gem that you would like to leave the good people here that be talking that shift?
Yep.
What you got for them today?
The storms can shake your branches, but when you know your roots, it doesn't get to decide who you become.
I like that.
You
gotta know your roots.
Know your roots, man.
Get to know your roots.
Come on.
Have deep roots, man.
What's your one gem, brother?
Woo. Simple. It's a simple, nice and easy breezy. I've heard this many a times before. You can't have a testimony without the test.
Oh, come on. That's so good.
You can't have a testimony without the test, man. Unfortunately, many people be trying to avoid the test. But if you don't go through it, your story won't have substance. That's what makes a really great story. You want to know why Avengers Infinity Wars was so lit? Because they lost at the end. They lost that in Infinity Wars. And they had to run it back in Endgame. They had to run it back. If they won, if they beat Thanos, came through, did all his thing, and they whooped his ass in the end, it's
Give
like, all right,
everybody
this
the
is
ending that
cool.
they want.
Happy ending. Nah, man, it ain't gonna do the same numbers. People were intrigued. What's gonna happen next? They lost. What is gonna happen to the Avengers? Half of the world is gone. What do you mean? That's what brings you in. It's a story. That's a great story to tell.
Yes. Yes.
It's a great story to tell. And
Ah,
it's those tests that are gonna stretch you beyond your perceived limits.
let's go good.
That's why you can't have a testimony. You can't have a great story without a test.
Come on.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we want to say thank you so much for tuning in to another amazing episode of the Talk That Shift podcast, a space where we have conversations that move the people forward. And again, we want to say thank you to all of you for being here, for showing up, for sharing your voice, because your presence is so pivotal and it truly shapes the space. And it allows us to have these conversations. So again, if you haven't yet, make sure that you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you tell your friends, your homies, your baby mama, your no good auntie to follow these brothers, because they talking some good shift.
Come on now.
They talking that good shift.
Come
And
on.
we're gonna continue to move forward together. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all so much. We look forward to seeing y'all again next Monday night, 7 p.m. You know where to be. You know where to be, man. You know where to be. Set the alarm on your phone. Just in
Facts.
case. Just in case.
Facts.
Just in case. But we love y'all for real. On behalf of Mr. Drummond and myself, we pray y'all have an amazing, amazing, amazing rest of your evening and an amazing week as well.
Peace.